Welcome to the first episode of the third season of Let's Play Inter in FM20. I'm Ater, and the transfer window had passed. First off, Nainggolan has left us. He's turning 34 this season. It's really good, but I felt it was time to cash in on him while we could. We have so many young, talented midfielders that I want to give more first team experience, so it was the obvious choice to do. Newcastle picked them up for 8.25 million. Then we have two other players, the Ambrosio and Asamoah, our fullbacks. Both have left us on expired contracts. I was considering extending both of these guys' contracts because they've been playing very well for us. But they are both 32, turning 33, and wanted a lot of money. That I couldn't really motivate myself to pay that much for players in that age when we need wage room for other players. So they both left us, which means we have signed two new fullbacks. First off, in this save, this is kind of sensational, but Leicester actually got demoted. So I went all in and wanted Ben Chilwell because he's young, he's talented. I thought he would be a great signing, and I made an offer. They accepted the offer. I gave him a contract deal. I accepted that contract deal, and then those darn Tottenham showed up, made an offer, gave him a contract, and he turned us down and went to Tottenham instead. Then my next choice was Max Arons from Norwich, another really good, really talented, and really young fullback, and basically history repeated itself. I gave him an offer. I gave Norwich an offer. They accepted it. I offered Max a contract. He accepted it. And then guess who shows up, coming knocking on the door? It's Tottenham. Tottenham showed up and stole him too. So now let's see if you can find them. Now Tottenham. Both these two guys were supposed to be my fullbacks for this season. Young, talented, and a lot of room to improve. I mean, Max is only 21. He can get even better. But Tottenham stole them both. So from this moment on, I feel like Tottenham is kind of our new rivals here, because I'm not amused. Instead, I went for Paul Liori, something like that. Sorry, probably butchered that name, from Fiorentina. And he is from Spain. But he has been in Italy for ages, so he actually counts as homegrown, which is of course very good for us to have him as a homegrown player. And we signed him for 26.5 mil, and as you can tell, really, really good. Not fantastic, but really, really good. I only wish he would have been like 1 or 2 years younger, because then he had a little more time to maybe get even better. I would prefer to have a little bit more work rate, a little bit more teamwork, and maybe some stronger physical attributes. But overall, a good signing I'm pleased with, especially for that price. And the other guy was Alex Telles, and this was the big one. I was actually trying to get him for last season, but he was just too expensive. But when Tottenham stole both my first choice fullbacks, well, then Alex was the one to go to, and I had to pay a lot of money for him. 53 mil. I'm not sure if he's worth 53 mil, but we have a lot of money, and we were desperate for a fullback. And I mean, his stats is fantastic. Especially looking forward to see his crossing with 17. And yeah, he is very, very good. He's 28 years old, though, a little bit older than I would prefer to sign. A little bit more expensive than I would prefer to pay, but he's very good, and I think he's going to be an important player for us for this season. Then we picked up two guys that got transfer listed. First is Xavier Montero from Atletico for 1.3 mil. I don't think he'll ever reach our first team. I just saw him like, oh, this is a perfect one to make some money from, because he's good, he's young. If we can loan him out for 1-2 season, so, I mean, his value is already more than twice than we signed him for. So I think we could probably sell him for like 15 mil or something, 20 mil in 2 seasons. And of course, we could get lucky and he keeps on developing a lot, and then maybe going to challenge for the first team later on. But now the goal is to loan him out. And then Monaco decided to transfer list Pellegrini for 350k. Not even a mil, not even half a mil. So of course I signed him. I actually got information because I scouted him I think before, so I got like, oh, his agent contacted me like, hey, my friend, my player is transfer listed. You should make an offer for him. And in this save, he doesn't look fantastic now. I mean, some saves he can become crazy, but I mean, since we're signing for 350k, I mean, if nothing else happens, we can loan him out for 2-3 seasons and then probably sell him for like 20 mil or something. And of course, since he's an Italian and he's very talented, so I would love for him to develop and actually start challenging for his for a first team spot. But we'll have to wait and see. For now, he's probably going to be loaned out for like 1 or 2 seasons at least, and then we'll have to see what happens. But now I've been talking a lot, but I still have a huge thing to show you guys. So you know that Champions League has been kind of a curse for us in this save. The first season we got the Liverpool, got knocked out. The second season we got Real Madrid, got knocked out. Both of these was in the first knockout round. Well, now the games decided to laugh even more into our face, because now they want me to get knocked out even in the group stage. So, the Champions League group we got, you're going to laugh when you see this one. We got the group with Man City and Bayern Munich. And then Club Brugge, hopefully we can beat them. But this is a challenging group. This is a very tough group. This is the game just laughing at me, I would say. There are a few other groups that are difficult, like this one with Barcelona, Liverpool, and Napoli. That's a sensational group too. I mean, this one with Dortmund, Lyon, Valencia, Celtic doesn't seem too bad. Leverkusen, Milan, Shakhtar, Lille doesn't seem too bad. I mean, Real Madrid's going to be favourites in this group, but for second place wouldn't be too much trouble. This one, PSG, Man United, could have been a big one back in the days, but you know, Man United isn't the same anymore. Then we have Tottenham, Porto, Salzburg, Muscovy. I mean, look at this. This is the game laughing in our face, but there's one more thing I want to show with Champions League. Something that could make us believe, and that is Juve. Actually, we could probably go to the Champions League screen and go to past winners. Juve won Champions League last season. And you know that in this save, we beat them multiple times. Which means if Juve can win Champions League, so can we. We can definitely win Champions League. This shows that it's possible. Obviously, stuff for us to make it actually happen. And we have played already the first game. It was against newly promoted Frosinone, and I felt like this was going to be a safe one. They were just promoted, so I skipped this one on and played it, and it was actually closer than I expected. But for this one, we have a big one. We are playing versus Lazio, and Lazio ended up in 4th place last season. We know that they are one of the best teams in the league currently. This is where we want to start. Still getting some match fitness, still doing some rotations. Telles is starting. We have Liorla on the bench, starting with Lazaro. Lazaro is transfer listed. I don't want to sell him, but he's been nagging the whole summer, been pissed because I turned down the transfer offers, and this is, at the end he like got transfer listed by request. I thought like, yeah, well, I might as well list him, but for a really, really, really high price. And if anybody pays it, well, then we can sell him to get some happiness in the team and use that money to buy somebody at the same level. And I would say I expect nothing but a win from this game. And I do. I mean, we need to play well. And against the top teams, if you don't beat the top teams at home, then you're going to be in some serious trouble, because it's not going to be easier when you play them away. So you need to do really, really well. No reaction at all. Yellow card for Milenkovic. We have created a few chances according to statistics. Still haven't seen anything. Some bad there for them. And we see a throw in here. Lazaro for Esposito. Sensi sends with a long cross to newly signed Telles. Telles loses possession. Wins it back into the box. And very close by Lukaku. And I forgot to mention that, but now I'm forgetting his name. My God. Whoa, what is his name? This is embarrassing. My gosh. Actually, let's pause this one. I got a complete messed up mind right now. What is his name? His name is Haaland. Haaland is injured. That's what I want to say. How can't I forget Haaland's name? That's shouldn't happened. But instead, we see Lazio with the possession, with Lazio's first highlight of the game. There's a lot of Lazio players in the box, so that is no trouble at all for Handanovic. Handanovic is playing his last season. He's retiring at the end of the season. So for next season, I'm going to have to pay big for a new goalkeeper. Actually, I've been trying to sign a few goalkeepers this season. One of them was Napoli's keeper, and I think we can get beautiful Esposito. And he's actually been really good during the preseason. He scored probably, I think he's the striker that scored most goals during the preseason, and now the kid is about to grow up to become a man, because now he is scoring in the regular season too. But yeah, actually it was doing a big offer for them, and they wanted, like, they were willing to sell him. But it was a little bit too much money, considering that we're going to have to pay again, look at this! The kid has become a man! Sebastiano Esposito, his second goal of the evening. And yeah, I'm just smiling right now. Yeah, considering we're going to be paying Handanovic's wage for this season, and he makes a decent bit of money, I felt like we're going to have to wait with a big signing for goalkeeping position until he retires, and that makes some room in the wage department. I think I could have gotten him for, I think, 55-60 mil. But I'm not sure. I need to keep on scouting. Will this be the hat trick? No, it won't. Keep on scouting goalkeepers during this whole season, see what we can come up with. But I liked him because he's young, he's very talented, and he is Italian, which is always good if you can get Italian players. Always strive to get Italian players. I don't want to pay an overprice for Italian players, but my first choice when I look for a new position for a player, I always look for the Italian players first. Then it might not be any good Italian players. Or they might be too expensive, and I start looking for other things. And talk about that, I was mentioned that fullbacks. I feel like in FM20, there's really few really good, talented, promising fullbacks. There's probably that position where it's hardest, like the... that could have been a hat-trick too. Probably the position where with like the least amount of really talented young players, I would say, is the fullback position. Which meant I had to pay a lot of money for the old man Telles, but maybe it's going to start paying it off here. Gagliardini, and here is Telles. Telles, whenever he has the ball, it's like he's losing possession, getting back to his possession, but now we could be hit with a dangerous counter-attack. But beautifully intervened there. And now we have Esposito. Will this be the hat-trick? Nope, it won't be the hat-trick. Now I'm starting to recognize the kid again. I'm missing a lot of chances. But we're going to see a corner here. Is Telles with the corner. And he gets another try to put it into the box. He dribbles and he goes to nobody. But that's Lukaku! That was actually a really good chance for Lukaku. And I feel like he should have done it even better. But now we see Lazio with the possession. They pass it around a bit. Going for the other side. Into the box. And that should be no trouble for Handanovic. I think Handanovic is 36 years young now, and as I said, yeah, he's retiring at the end of the season, so we will starting to try to find his replacement. Since you haven't been great, we're going to replace him, bring in Eriksen. Other than him, I think we could go with Barrea just because he's tired. Bring in Riccardi, and he will be a Masala. Riccardi is really promising too. He's developing very well. Another season, if he keeps on developing, he's going to be fantastic. Yeah, one last sub to go. One more sub to go. Who will it be? Looking at the bench. Oh yeah, Godin is retiring too. So this will be his last season, but we have his replacement loaned out. Been loaned out for 2 seasons now, so it's not a position we have to worry about. We have a natural... And I actually tried to sell Godin, but since he is retiring at the end of the season, it was impossible to sell him. That's why I loaned out, because my intention was probably to sell him now to just cash in before it's too late, and then just replaced him with a young central defender. But instead, we loaned out that defender for the 16th. No, that was a bad pass. Here is Immobile, and Handanovic protects me from another heart attack. We're going to see a corner here for Lazio. Pepe intervened, blocked, and that's it. 3 minutes of extra time, but something happens here. We're going to see a throw in, and nobody marks Esposito. What's up with that? But it was a very, very crappy pass. Skriniar, Riccardi, Skriniar sends it. No. We know the Skriniar will be gone. Now we know it's going to be an open road, but that was close, but not close enough, luckily for us. And that's the full-time whistle. It's a very good result. Clearly, we're still playing a little bit like a preseason game. Was a little bit back and forth, not too pleased. But 3 points against one of the... I mean, they were third place last season, so we know that they are one of the best teams in the league for sure. But that was a good win, an important result. But that's it for this first episode of the third season. Transfer window is still open. I have a lot of money. Maybe something will happen for the next episode. It's only one way to find out, and that is to check that one out. And of course, this is the new season. Help me start it off by pressing that like button. I will be very grateful for it. But yeah, see you in the next episode.